Hello, I just woke up, and I'm not afraid to tell you that in my dreams I had a very morbid nightmare about one of the Muppets. I don't need to tell you which one that was. Today's topic: which of the Muppets could I take in an open brawl street fight? Just man's a Muppet. No tools, no intel, just our fists. Jim Henson, very powerful shadow puppet man, but his creations, I feel like I could take about half of these guys in a fight. And today I want to put that claim to the test. What you may consider shitposting is actually me making a handy reference guide for me going forward. Look, I've got big plans. Even that fucking nasty pig woman. The horrid fucking pig. Okay, brilliant. We all understand the drill. Said drill being me battling beloved children's icon Kermit the Frog in bloody combat. I think this will be a learning experience for us all. I really do. Let's say a starting distance of 20 meters. Now this is good for us because not many of the Muppets are known for their long distance abilities and ranged attacks. Before we dive in on this, I want to make it explicitly clear I have done my research. In my readings into the famed Muppet battles, just for context, for reference, we can find out that these guys are seasoned veterans. There's a lot of fighting. Luckily for me, the great Muppet battles mostly extend to slap fights and low-level street skirmishes. Which means I definitely feel like I'm on their home turf. And it is a long, thin alleyway that we're fighting in, where I'm going to knife fight with the fucking Count. The Count? Oh shit, no, that's Sesame Street. Fuck! Okay, let's get Sesame Street out of the way. Whilst I might not have any beef on Sesame Street, I hold a grudge, and I see these guys in my fucking ends all the time. Elmo will be a part of your list! Fuck off, Elmo. You'd be low level and you know it. I would not be afraid to punch a toddler. Fun fact, I've seen Elmo's immediate reaction to learning about the Black Lives Matter movement. I see that this young fucking child is fragile and will not fight for what he believes in. For similar reasons, I am also not afraid of Big Bird. Though his height is indeed intimidating, as the tallest Jim Henson creation, I don't think he has the potential, the willpower, or the spirit of a warrior to engage me in battle. I had to watch his sad-ass movie as a kid, and Big Bird is a coward man. Goodbye, off he goes to heaven. The Count, on the other hand, is, yeah, I don't like talking about the Count. He operates on very old-school vampire rites. Very much Nosferatu, Bram Stoker territory. I don't know if Jim Henson ever confirmed if Count was among the undead before his own passing, but I think we have to definitely consider it. Within Cookie Monster lies a very dormant kind of potential that we don't want to see awakened. I'm talking Lovecraftian, Neververse, Eldritch horror, okay? I like this dude though. Onto the OGs, except for, there's a lot of Muppets here I actually do not recognise. And here I am thinking I wasn't a fake fan. Now immediately, my attention goes to the biggest threat in the room. A literal fucking bear in a business suit. Look at this brick shithouse. And let's just say, I don't like those odds. So yeah, I'm not beating Bobo, because Bobo is a big bear in a business suit. Nothing cartoony about him. Quite honestly, he scares me shitless. Animal also has latent animalistic potential. There's a killing instinct there that I do not want to face. I would not be surprised if Muppet has killed and the Muppets crew have covered up a murder. Kill! 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 Anything you say, please! Now this guy is clearly up to something shady, but as far as I'm concerned, that's none of my business. I fear him, but in like a sleep paralysis demon way. So let's just say it's Babadook rules, where I can overcome him easily with the power of bravery. Miss Piggy! Empress of the Swine herself. Miss Piggy has been on screen shown to be able to down an adult human man. She took out Jack Black with like one hit, so that's a scary factor. She knows martial arts, but I don't know whether that puts her in OP or powerful. I'm entering my final form, Gummy! That was my Miss Piggy, and it was so bad I'm just going to put her in the lower one. Whilst we're on the topic of pigs, here's Kermit's new little side piece from the Sky TV adult late night talk show. Or was I the only person on earth who actually watched that? But yeah, I don't think I've got anything to be worried about here. He traded her in for a younger, thinner model. It's fucked up, it's fucked up. But despite this, she doesn't seem to hold any actual power over me as a combatant. pigs will eat human flesh, but only if I give them the opportunity. And then there's this fucking guy, who honestly is like a high contender for worst Muppet. I hate him in his core. I'll put him in average, just so I don't have to think about him anymore. And we're out of the piggies, so I'm gonna go over to the rats. Now, Pizza Rizzo, I trust him. I don't trust anyone else to make my pizza. When I go to Pizza Rizzo's, I can trust him to make me a good meal. Proper ratatouille type stuff.
But let's not forget, Rizzo was raised on the streets. You think this guy doesn't know his way around an alley? This is his ideal environment. His apex conditions.
If we give Rizzo a knife, he will be very high up this list, and I know he can hold his own. As it stands, I think I'll put him at average. I never knew what these guys are, and if I can't identify a life form, I definitely do not want to battle said life form. Ambiguous, but maybe a high tier. This one's just a chicken.
Just an actual chicken. Can I kill a chicken? Physically, morally, spiritually? Yes, yes, and yes. Not my first, probably not my last.
I never knew this guy's deal, eh?
Like, what does he want from me? What does he know about me that I don't know? And maybe if I do kill him, I'll finally get some answers.
Luckily, I still tower over many of these Muppets to the point where I could just step on them, and I'm really banking on this strategy, in fact. How can you kill a Muppet? How can you down a Muppet? Where does their spirit lie? Would you have to burn them? Oh god. Then there's this dude. Play the sacred ancient music. Behold, the saddest Muppets.
The Dark Angel of the Henson Canon.
My fucking god. Look, what is he? Who is he? Why is he so sad? Like many of the big Muppets, this guy could easily just, I guess, open his snake mouth and I'll just crawl inside and accept my fate. But look at him! I think he'd just accept me killing him. I can't get a read on him, and that's why he's gotta go neutral.
He's making me nervous. Then we've got Walter, who was the breakout star of the Muppets, everyone's favourite Muppet.
Hey little boy, where's Jason Segel when you need him, huh?
This little guy, he's gonna bomb harder than Muppets 2 Most Wanted.
I'm looking at these guys and I can't stop looking at Sam the Eagle. Your defeat will be a celebration to all nations, but mostly America. Sam is a great Muppet, like a really good one. Out of respect, I almost don't want to fight him in fucking deathmatch. I find it funny that an actual bald eagle could physically eat most of the other people on the list so far. Hang on, where's Kermit? There's Kermit. I love that guy. I look at him and I feel happy. No matter what period of his life he's going through at the minute, I'm always there by his side.
Except, of course, to a Battle Brothers street fight to the death, in which case I win easily. Okay, to be real for a second, I've got this very weird image in my head of me, like, pulling off Kermit's arms and dissecting his little legs, and it's like, what the fuck depraved part of my brain did that come from? Lil Frog has brought me nothing but joy over the years, and this is how I betray him. Same would go for Little Kermit, Baby Kirby, except he's the same as Baby Yoda. In fact, he's very force sensitive.
Dr. Bunsen with prep time would be the highest person on this list.
I'm talking wave motion technology, I'm talking plasma gates. I will not survive a particle attack from his fusion calibrator cannon. There's a startling lack of scientific ethics in his work, and I do not want to be on the receiving end of that. I've seen what this man can do. I fear this man, but without all of his little toys, I don't know what you can really do to me. This S-tier monster is called Sweetums.
Fun fact, he is the only Muppet I've met in real life. When I go to the Disney show, there's a Disney show, and out of nowhere, here comes Sweetums! And it's like, as a kid, that's quite scary, because suddenly he's there. I never felt like I could take him out in the flesh. He's very big and very tall, and all of his face is a mouth. Unsettling. I don't think I could beat him any more than I could when I first encountered him at age 10.
Kinda depressing when I put it like that. What's all this training been for then?
Same goes for this guy, which seems to be just like the corrupted, punished version of Sweetums. Maybe they're related. Bika. He's their best Muppet. Bom 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 bom. I've put him in OP Do Not Engage because although I can inflict a lot of damage and pain onto this gentleman, he takes it. This is a brick wall stone tank. There's no pain I can do to those eyes that it has not experienced before. Now, Fozzie, you think, oh, he's a bear. But actually, no. I can't qualify this fucking piece of shit as a bear. I hate him. He might be the worst Muppet if Gizmo didn't exist.
Gizmo, Gosmo, Gonzo. The one with no fucking worth.
All of these guys are fucking terrible. That's just a human man. That's not a Muppet.
You can't just be a Muppet. That's got horrifying ramifications, frankly. Plus, look at him. I feel like I have to beat him up on principle.
Boop. Boop. Boop.
And then there's this flamenco dancer guy, and I've never seen him in my life, but I feel like I might defeat him. Not enough data, but I like his energy. I bet he would take me down, but I get like a few good jabs into the neck first.
Same goes for all of the other Muppets I just like to hang with. This includes Ralph. I'm not punching a dog, but hey, if he comes at me in turns, that's a bad dog. Never had any problem with this dude. The band, in general, if you take them on as a unit, I think are capable quite a lot. Like, they've done some shit on the road. This guy especially exudes very powerful vibes. He just removes his shades and his eyes are pitch black. Look at this fucking guy. What's his deal?
What's his story?
Sorry, these three? I've never seen these three in my life. I will not count them. In fact, new row. You guys belong here, because I don't have any beef with you.
I feel like trying to murder the more human-looking Muppets will be the undoing of me. Very much a moral weakness I have. I've never killed a man before.
Look at these two. Look at these two. Just trying to shit over everyone else's hard fucking work. You never artistically bared your soul for anyone, you pieces of shit. If anybody actually ever stood up to you, laughing away in your little fucking booth, you would crumble like dust. Perish. And last of all, it's the real best Muppet. And there's actually a lot of competition between Ralph and Kermit, Beaker and Rizzo. The Holy Sun has arrived. Swedish Chef wants to cook a piggy. He's the only Muppet who actually shows violence and willing to kill towards any of the other Muppets. And the fact that he thinks he could take Miss Piggy tells me there's a lot of latent potential there. Hurdy-burdy-gurdy. He also has fully articulate hands, which implies fully articulate muscles. I don't want to get a Swedish fucking beatdown. I'm glad I got that off my conscience. In fact, now I think about it, it was definitely Swedish Chef in my nightmare.
Are we feeling good? Are we feeling proud? Now that we watched all 13 minutes of me power ranking the Muppets into a tier list? I am. Because now I can sleep safely at night. These guys are all pretty tough, but thanks to this guide, maybe you can even out your odds a bit.
Maybe that's how I'll die. Just a giant dog pile of the entire Muppets cast. What the fuck was this?